Hello everyone, it's Shel from Paper Octio Studio. Today I'm sharing with you the prompt for day 10, that's Cupcake, and this is for the 30-day art journaling challenge called #November Daily Art Journal. So for Cupcake, I started out with a napkin and I was doing napkin collage, and you saw me open up the napkin and start to peel it, and then all of a sudden, bam, it was already collaged. Well, sometimes when I'm recording with my phone, it just randomly turns off. I don't know why. I don't know why it does it. It's been doing it ever since I updated the iOS on it. I don't know. It turned off, but I figured it out pretty quickly, so then I turned it back on. But I had already cut out with water. I used a water brush to cut out each little image that I wanted on there for the background. And then I had already collaged them on by the time I figured out that the camera had turned off. So you've seen me glue stuff to stuff before, and it's okay. So then I just tried to unify the page. This is a jelly print, two different jelly prints in my jelly printed art journal that I'm still trying to finish up completely. So they're not quite the same. They're both pink, but they're a little bit different. One of them has more orange. So I'm just trying to make a unified two-page spread, and I used my 2-inch brayer and brayered on some white gesso. And then I'm now doing stenciling over the top using that light magenta heavy body paint and then this aqua green heavy body paint and a couple different stencils. And that just helps. The little cake stands and cupcake plates that are on the background have a little bit of that green in them, that kind of aqua turquoisey green, and then of course there's a lot of pink on the page. So now I'm just watering down some gesso and even making one more little light coat over the top. And this is all just for layers. You can't exactly see all the napkin collaging that I put on there, but that's okay because this is mixed media. They're just part of the layers. The layers are what I really like about mixed media. I like that look of depth, that if you look at it long enough, you'll see more things, that there's all kinds of shapes and patterns in the backgrounds, and that's what I love, actually. That's exactly what I love. So the way that you achieve that is to just keep putting things on top of things until you're happy. Do you know when to stop? No, nobody knows when to stop. Just when you feel like it's what you wanted or the vision that you had, if you had a vision, or it looks the way you want. I don't know. It's just that's when you stop. So the next thing I'm doing is drawing a plate of cupcakes, and they have very over-the-top frosting on them. When you go to a cupcake shop, which there are lots of those, it was like a fad, and then there was a bunch of them, and then there's less, but there's still cupcake shops. I think they really overdo it on the frosting. It's like, okay, here's our cake, but then here's a whole bunch of fancy frosting. And that's kind of what these cupcakes are like. I usually peel off half the frosting and only eat, a portion of it because I always think it's way too much when you get one in a cupcake shop. But when you make homemade cupcakes, usually there's so much less frosting. It's a lot more balance. But I don't know, some people's homemade cupcakes probably have just as much frosting. It just depends on your preference, but I like them to be a little less sweet, so I tend to make more of like bitter chocolate type frostings and lemon frosting or cream cheese frosting instead of the buttercream or the the Swiss meringue or whatever. Well, Swiss meringue's not that. I don't know. Anyway, enough about cupcake frosting. I do like to bake. That's my favorite thing to do in the kitchen. Although I do cook everything, I do like to bake the best. In another life, I must have been a pastry chef, I guess. I don't know. So then I'm still using these heavy body paints. These are the Liquitex Basics. It's their kind of medium grade paint. And I'm using a water brush and then kind of thinning down the paint. I like the liquid paint, but I don't have every single color in the liquid paints. So I'm using my other paints today and using my water barrel brush to make the paint a little bit more liquidy. Not an extreme amount, not totally crazy, but so that it spreads better and faster. And That's a way that I like to use the more thicker paints. If I was to be doing a canvas where there's a lot of texture, I would use a heavy bristle brush to paint with. And there's my titanium white from Decdoart. That's supposed to be a fluid paint, but it has gotten thick, and now it's more like a heavy body. So I still have to water it down as well. I need to get a new bottle of that because it's gotten so thick and there's not very much left in there. But it has so much nice opaque pigment in it. I really like it. So I need to get some more. And I know where to get it. So then to make a patterned cupcake liner, you can buy all kinds of cute ones. They've got everything from like happy birthday ones and Christmas ones to just polka dots and flowers on them. I mean, there's so many cute ones out there these days. When the cupcake craze, I think the cupcake liner craze came too. So I'm just putting a swirly background on that center one, and then it looks more like one of those fancy ones, because these are fancy cupcakes. I'm not messing around. So then I got out some quinacridone magenta to fill in on that side. That's the closest thing I have to red. I didn't want to go with like a Christmas red type color because the background is so pink. I wanted to use a red that's more on the pinky side. And then this is one of those ones that has the creases and crinkles in it, so I'm adding highlight and shadow to make it look like it has those little V-shaped crinkles in it. So we're on day 10. I still have 20 more videos to make. It seems like a daunting task, but I will do it. I'll make it, I swear. Then this one over here has a scallop top. There's a lot of cute ones that have scallops nowadays. I actually saw some in Tuesday morning when I was there looking to see if there was any inexpensive craft supplies I needed. I saw that they had a whole rack of all kinds of cute cupcake liners. They're like not the ones that you cook the cupcakes in, but ones that you put the cupcake in after you've already cooked it, like really fancy ones. They had a whole rack of them. But I didn't buy them. Got to save my money for art supplies. So that one over there, I think it's a cherry cupcake. It probably has cherry chip cake in it with cherry frosting and a cherry on top. And then the middle one's chocolate, obviously. And then the one on the left, it might be vanilla or it might be lemon. The frosting's looking a little bit on the lemon side. So maybe it's a lemon cake with raspberry compote and a nice lemon cream cheese frosting. That might be what it is. Not sure. It has a lot of frosting. Crazy amount of frosting, so I hope it's a cream cheese frosting. It is. I say it is because I'm the one who created it, so I'm saying it's a cream cheese frosting. So then that one got polka dots, just to make more interest. Stencils are coming in handy on this page. I think I've used 4 different stencils, so I'm going to have to figure out which ones they are so I can put them in the links. Yeah, I put those materials used in links in the description box below in case you were wondering which things I used for what. So back to adding more highlights and shadows to build dimension. This is basically an acrylic painting, so I'm just adding in some more colors. This time I have a paintbrush instead of the water barrel brush because I wanted a smaller tip to add some little smaller fine details. Making the frosting fluffy, 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 fluffy. So then once this is all dried up, I am going to use my fine tip Posca pen. This is the black fine tip, and it's not the extra fine tip, it's just the fine tip, although I don't really see a difference between extra fine and fine. They seem to be the same to me. And then just drawing lines around everything, like you do, or at least like I do. Posca pens work great drawing over acrylic. They're about the only thing that I found that really does a good job of drawing over the top of acrylic. That's the reason I like them so much. I can draw over everything, anything. Yum, I want a bite of that chocolate cupcake right now. Deep, dark chocolate with chocolate. Yummy, yummy. I would take the cream cheese frosted one, but I'd prefer the chocolate. Let's just say that. I'm a chocolate fiend. So then I have my white Posca pen and I'm adding in the highlights. I do this often and it's something I like to do with my white Posca pen. Fixing a little bit of the scallops on that one. And the stenciling was a little bit weird, so I fixed it a little bit since that one was white anyway. So what do we have for tomorrow? Tomorrow is, oh, tomorrow is a surprise. A tea party surprise. Haha. That's right. And then music, and then madness. Oh boy. Sunday's prompt is madness. I'm going to have to come up with an idea for that. I don't even know. Huh. I don't even have an idea right off the top of my head. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. More and more people are joining in with the challenge. Each day more people start posting. If you go over to Instagram and search the hashtag November Daily Art Journal, you'll find everyone's pages posted there, and people are making videos as well. So if you search it on YouTube, you'll find more videos. If you look in the description box below, you'll find the videos from my friends, because I link theirs, the people who made up the prompts with me. And yeah, even if you just put the hashtag in Google, you'll find everybody who's done anything to do with it on any social platform. Facebook, people are posting them in Facebook too. So look around for everyone's pages. People are having fun with the challenge. And of course, if you want to join us, just post pictures of your pages using the hashtag. And you will have fun too. And people will give you likes and thumbs ups and comments, and you'll say, hey, I'm a winner. So that was me adding some shadows to the background with my Stabilo All pencil. That's a very highly water reactive pencil that dries permanent. So I just use my water barrel brush to blend it out to add some shadows around my cupcakes on the outside, which makes them stand out from the background more and look more prominent. And then I'm putting on my quote, which I found on Pinterest. Friends are like the sprinkles in the cupcake of life. I thought that was cute and appropriate because I do love my friends, all my art friends on the internet. I love you all. So I think this page is about done. If you liked it, of course, leave me a comment so I know you were here. Don't worry about repeating yourself. If you say the same thing every time, that's fine. I just want to know that you're watching and enjoying, and I will leave you a comment back, even if it's just thank you, to know that I read what you said, because that's important to me. I like interaction. I like to know that people are watching these. Otherwise, why would I do it? There would be no reason for me to do it if people aren't watching. So I like to hear from you. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. And share these if you want. You can, if you need to post something that you saw on Pinterest, that's considered sharing. So that's always awesome too. And I think that's it for me. Thanks. Bye-bye.